What's the word, ladies and gentlemen? This is Andrew, and today I have a wish list of things that I would like to see implemented in Dirty Bomb. Now, these are things that if I had the power to, I would just put in right away if I somehow had magical god powers, which I don't. Spoiler alert. Anyways, before we get started, let's just do away with the more obvious ones, such as, general bug fixes and anti-hacking software. I'm sure everyone would want those, but the ones I came up with, I feel like are a bit more less obvious, if that is even the way to say it. So yeah, let's just start off with my personal list. Number one, I would love to see some sort of community-created mercenary. I think it's a great idea to get the community involved in development. Have us all sort of organize some way to submit mercenary ideas. Will include movement speed, health, weapons, abilities, maybe even some concept art. We'll all vote down to the top 10 and then vote to the top 3, and then maybe Splash Damage will take their pick of who they would want to implement. I think this would be a great way to get the community involved in development, especially in this stage that we're at in open beta. So yeah, number two, I would like to see Phantom get some sort of objective ability, maybe something like Sabotage, where he can convert enemy deployables to friendly. I just think he needs some sort of abilities or strength to make him a bit more teamwork friendly, especially in a game that is so intense on the team play, like Dirty Bomb. Now for number three, I would like to see Pineapple Juggler get reworked so they can toss back air markers. The ones that you toss out as Skyhammer, though that may be a little too strong, but I'm just sort of thinking of ideas here, guys, because currently Pineapple Juggler is pretty useless. You can cook the grenades tossed by Fragger, and yeah, that would end up usually just killing you if you tried picking those grenades up. Now maybe even make it so that you can toss back enemy mines, say if you manage to pick it up before it detonates, and by holding it you pause the mine from exploding. That would be an interesting idea. Maybe pick it up and then set it somewhere else and switch to friendly. That would be interesting. Now for number four, let's see, how do I put this? Well, I like the Loadout system and I really enjoy it because it's unique. I would like to see more viable ones, because currently each mercenary probably has, I don't know what, one, maybe two good loadout cards. I do believe Splash Damage has mentioned that they would be putting out different loadout cards in the future, sort of like a Series 2 version of loadout cards, and they'll kind of rotate them, but honestly, I think they just need to rebalance it so that more of the loadout cards are at least viable. Let's add some variety to each game. Now this next one would be, what, 4.5, or we'll just call it 5. Number 5, we have loadout card trading. That is something I would love to see in this game. Maybe set it up so that you can do it through Steam, set up even markets, you can sell loadout cards. That would be awesome. Number 6, I would like to see more ways to spend money on Dirty Bomb. I'd love to support the game financially, but as it stands, honestly guys, elite cases, I feel like they're just a little too pricey for what you're getting. It's like, what, 5% chance for a Cobalt, and it's $5 each elite case. I just don't think those are good odds. That plus the fact there aren't a lot of mercs out currently, so there's only a good, handful of them that you can purchase. I would suggest perhaps custom loadout cards with special reload animation, something unique, cosmetic, that you can actually spend money on. Maybe even alternative voice packs for mercenaries. I'd imagine that, while they're recording these voice packs for the default voice packs for the mercenaries, there are probably some lines that weren't used. I'd love to see them as like an add-on purchase. Another thing would maybe even be custom skins for the different rarities, So right now you have, for example, gold, which gives you two variants, the black and the red, and then you have the bamboo, the black and red and bamboo. Maybe have it so that you can actually purchase custom skins for gold. So instead of the black and red or bamboo, maybe have something like, I don't know, bright yellow and dark green, or some other skin in the gold tier, and then you would have ones for each rarity. Cobalt, you have a bunch of other ones. I think this would be a great way to introduce more money to fund this game, to help develop this game. Cosmetics are always great. Everyone likes cosmetics. They don't really affect the game that much at all. Hopefully, right? I guess with the exception if you make yourself bright red or something, but anyways, just some ideas to introduce new ways to spend money on Dirty Bomb, because we all love this game, we all want to support it. So it's just that spending money on elite cases isn't, I don't know, it's not very appetizing, you know, to spend $20 USD on 5 cases, each with a 5% chance of getting a Cobalt card for a random mercenary. It's just a little steep for me. So I'd like to see some ways to spend money that's a little bit more in between priced, and I think both parties would win. You know, Splash Damage will have more money to work with, and the players would have more customizable cosmetics to play with. Alrighty, so for number 7, I would like to have something where the community is more involved with balancing. You know, maybe have some sort of player test environment, sort of like how Battlefield has it or Planetside has it. They have sort of like servers where you can log on and test out the new stuff, get your feedback on. Or maybe even some sort of consultant program where players can apply or they get chosen to give their thoughts on upcoming nerfs, buffs, and new mercenaries, new maps, new modes, whatever. Sort of act as a eyes and ears for the developers. I think the competitive community actually has a lot to offer here, especially with their deep insight on the game and how it works on a high level. I believe Dota did a little bit of this, where they would run a lot of their ideas on changes and upcoming patches through a community player base. I'm not exactly sure, feel free to correct me on this, but I think it'd be a great idea for Dirty Bomb, just to avoid, at least avoid some of the crazy knee-jerk reactions like what we saw with Phantom and then the subsequent melee changes. Anyways guys, I think that just about wraps up my sort of 7 ideas I would like to see in Dirty Bomb. Obviously these aren't all the ones I have. I'll probably think of more of them later and be like, oh, why did I put this in the video? But this is what I can think of in the past, for the past 30 minutes to an hour is what I come up with. If you guys have any sort of other suggestions or recommendations you would like to see in Dirty Bomb, you know, things you would like to see implemented, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think. And yeah, I think that just about wraps up this video, and until next time, I'll see you around.